Hey everyone, welcome to Pillars of Eternity. I'm a bit late to this party thanks to BioWare, Telltale, and my new job, but hey, better late than never. So, I've been having my eye on this game since like mid last year. It seemed like a really interesting RPG. It's like, you know, isometric, kind of older Baldur's Gate style. So should be interesting. What really caught me onto this game that got me interested was that, with your character you can, choose, their race and whatnot, and that can actually affect things in the game. Your choices affect the game, your personality changes with things, so I just think this is going to be really cool. I have read very little about it. I know I'm kind of making comments like there aren't reviews or anything out there. All I know is that it's gotten fairly good reviews, if not really good reviews, and there was some really game-breaking glitch that is apparently fixed. So, alright, anyway, let's start the game and see for ourselves. I should probably, probably normal. Wait, so normal difficulty requires strategy and efficiency, but forgives a few mistakes in combat. Is not recommended for newcomers to real-time party-based RPGs. Well, as we know, I'm not a newcomer. Hard difficulty is suited for Infinity Engine veterans who are looking for a challenge. I don't really like doing micromanagement while I'm in combat though, so I think I'm probably just gonna go with normal. But just to go through all of the settings here. The Path of the Damned difficulty. Enemies receive a bonus to most stats and encounters many more enemies. Warning, this option cannot be changed in-game. It is only intended for players who want the most punishing encounters. I don't think I'll be going with that. Expert mode disables a number of helper features in the game. Players who want to rely on their own faculties and intuition while playing the game should play Expert mode. This option is selected when you start a new game. Cannot be enabled in game, and if disabled, cannot be re-enabled in that game. Wow. In Trial of Iron mode, only one save file is kept for the entire playthrough. Oh my god. Wait, so you're saying, so you have to play, but, so is that saying that you can only save once in the entire game? That can't be right. Well, okay, I get it. I get what they're saying. They're saying you save once, ever, well not, you have one save, and if you die, it's over. Okay, got it. Right, we're gonna go with normal mode. Maybe once I get used to the game, I can do my own playthrough and something harder, but for now, let's get the feelers out for the game in normal mode. Alright. Oh, and it's published by Paradox, who is quickly becoming one of my favorite publishers. So I'm pretty excited to see how this goes. We have our loading screens, of course. I honestly, something I should have done before I went into this was see what what classes you can actually play. I'm really honestly going into this pretty blind in terms of information. What I knew was that the game sounded very interesting. It sounded like something I'd like. And
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Uh-oh, we're sick. Okay, so we're sick and weak and black screen. Alright, here we go. We get to start making our character. Alright, well I'm gonna make a female, because I'm female and all that good stuff. Why not? Oh wait, so there's like, is there actually stuff that will affect this? Okay, a woman's role in Eora. Eora is largely dependent on where she's from. In the Eater Empire, Valayan Republics, and the Deerwood, women occupy many domestic, educational, and organizational roles. They are the primary hunters, soldiers, and leaders of the tribes of Nasitak. We're getting into some kind of crazy fantasy names. I'm probably gonna mispronounce everything. In Air Glanfath and Ixmital, women and men have more fluid social roles. In all societies, there are exceptions to the rule, and women can be found in a wide variety of stations and professions. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna be female. I'm gonna be... Whoa! I'm gonna be an avatar! Whatever those things are actually called. You know, the movie Avatar. Honestly, okay, I'm sorry, look. It's literally what it looks like. Like... That's... Even the, like, the dreads, like, the Avatar alien people in that movie tend to have, like, the dreads and stuff. Dark dreads, it's like, really, okay. The mighty Aumaua are the largest of the Kith races and are commonly found near oceans. Though not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of the civilizations, such as the Rawatai, are based on naval dominance. They are known for their unparalleled strength. I guess I should look at the, yeah, these, what would I be getting for playing certain... Oh, minus dexterity. Alright, dwarves. By virtue of land covered and number of colonies settled, dwarves are the most well-traveled race in the world. They are commonly found in the Deerwood, the Vailian republics, and almost any colonized land. Dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity. Elf! Dexterity and perception. Elves are the dominant race in Air Glanfath, and the white that wins, and are extremely common in the Deerwood and Ader. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence, as well as commonly isolationist nature. I am such an elf person, but I will give other things a try here. Orlan. Wow, it's like a gnome elf? Kind of? It's like dwarf gnome elf thing. Alright, resolve might -1 perception. So, I was wondering what exactly resolve was. Honestly, when I first read it, I was kind of assuming it basically was like constitution, but no, it turns out it's actually more of a mental strength kind of a thing. Alright. Orlans are the smallest of the Kith races, though many cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all. Although notable for their large ears, two-toned skin... Two-toned... I guess. Can't really see it very well here. And here's it. How do you pronounce that? Hersit? Bodies? Erlands are commonly found in the Air Glanfath. I'm just like fumbling all over these pronunciations. The Ixmitil Plains and parts of the Deerwood, they are known for their mental intensity and quickness. Godlike. What the fuck is that? Is that actually part of their face? Can I please zoom in on that? Oh my god. Like, I want to say it's like a mask of some sort, but then it could actually be part of their face. I don't know. Alright. The godlike are children of the Kith, civilized races, who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Apparent head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear. It is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder, dexterity and intellect. So I'm tempted to play one for the aspect of, like, going and, like, seeing how it affects the story and the dialogue and everything like that, just because it says, like, you know, they're viewed with fear and wonder, and the fact that they can't wear headgear is a little problematic, possibly, but, and their benefits are something I typically like: dexterity, intellect. That's just weird. So if they can't reproduce, I'm guessing what these things kind of happen on accident. Like, I mean, maybe not accident, but like, you know, that they can be born from. It does say, okay, they are children of the Kith who have been blessed, so it's like, almost like a mutation of sorts. Okay. So I'm like, if they can't reproduce, how does that happen? Intellect, what exactly is that effect? Will, defense, and durations and areas of effect. That might actually be a good thing, because I kind of want to play in mage or wizard, whatever they want to call it in this game. Dexterity and perception. You know what? If I can, like, choose what that looks like exactly, I think I might go with godlike. I think I'm gonna do that. Let's go for it. Class. Death? Oh, whoa. Hey, subrace. Oh! Alright, let's figure this out. Alright, death godlike are the most distrusted of their kind. Strange growths cover their eyes, or in some cases entire face, giving them a sinister appearance. The growths are transparent for the godlike, but opaque from the outside. Okay, so they can see, but they... Okay. Hiding their features, death godlike are commonly killed at birth because many cultures consider them to be harbingers of doom. Yeah, well, I guess when you think about it, suddenly and mysteriously falling ill, and then they're considered to be harbingers of doom. Death's Usher, when death godlike attack an enemy with 25% or less endurance, their damage is increased. Let's see what we got here. The bodies of fire godlike often resemble hot metal, burnt wood, or stone with harmless face flames that erupt from the cracks of their skin. Fire godlike are options of both reverence and fear in the Dead Fire Archipelago. Many locals believe they have the power to awaken volcanoes, or that killing one will cause a volcano to awaken. In the Deerwood, fire godlike are often seen as a sign of the blessing of Megran, goddess of war and fire. Battle Forged! When reduced below 50% endurance, fire godlike glow like metal in a forge, gaining damage reduction. I think I gotta play a fire godlike. That sounds epic and awesome and cool. Alright, I mean, like, epic and awesome and cool. It's like my terminology just went, like, progressively worse there. and doing a small amount of fire damage. Alright, that sounds really cool. Moon... Oh, well, now, I'm not sure how I feel about that. They look like a really creepy zombie angel. Okay. Moon godlike are the most tolerated of the godlike. While their skin tone and a large moon-like growth on their foreheads may be strange to some, their appearance are generally considered more palatable by the other kit. Sailors have many beliefs about moon godlike and their propensity to bring luck, though there is little agreement as to what kind of luck they tend to bring. Silver Tide! Every encounter when reduced below 75, 50%, and 25% endurance, moon godlike generate waves of healing moonlight that restore endurance to them and their allies. That's cool. Nature godlike. Oh, so we have the, like, satyr-looking thing here. Nature godlike appear to be a fusion of human and animal features, often covered by plants, moss, or fungi. This has led to the common stigma that they are diseased and many are killed at birth because of it. Many druidic orders have a keen interest in nature godlike because of their general curiosity as to how souls occupy animals, plants, and stones. Wellspring of Life grants a bonus to might, constitution, and dexterity when endurance is below 50. That's interesting. I still like the idea of the fire godlike. I really like that fire godlike glow like metal in a forge. Gaining damage reduction and doing small. I just like that. I like that. I want to see what that looks like. We're gonna do this. Wait, what happened? I hit next. Next. Okay. Wait. Oh, do I get to choose? Oh, so I get to choose like what? Oh, the body type. That's what I'm choosing. All right. I think I'm gonna choose the elf. It's just the most... I don't really measure being super sturdy. Just like kind of normal-ish, I guess. Alright, got it. Class! Okay. Barbarian, I don't think so. Cypher, what are you? You are a recent discovery in the Eastern Cyphers was called Mind Hunters, but I'm not even gonna try pronouncing that. By the Glanfathans. Cyphers have the ability to directly contact and manipulate another person's soul and psyche, using an ally's or enemy's essence as the focus for their magic. Wait a second, what? Though most Cyphers are still found in the Eastern Reach, practitioners of the techniques have spread throughout the known world. They are gaining acceptance over time, but are generally distrusted, especially by the uneducated. Alright, so power Cyphers can directly target allies and enemies with powerful soul focus effects. These so they have stealth, lore, and mechanics, endurance. Starting ability. Wait, so this isn't actually... Alright, let's move on. I'm like sitting here going, what is the ability? Is it literally called powers? Or is it supposed to be soul whip? I don't know, that's kind of laid out weird. Wizard? Oh, well, then you have this kind of awkward looking... Oh, is that their skin? Oh man, this is gonna be awesome. I'm just thinking, like, when they start glowing like metal and stuff, that's gonna be awesome. Alright. Masters of Academic Magic. Lots of Performing Academy. So basically, you know, they're a wizard or a mage, whatever you want to call it. Arcane Assault. Mid-range attack that hits a small area for raw damage you can leave. Wizards have access to a variety of offensive and personal defense spells, unlike priests and druids. I was like kind of briefly looking over the next row of classes. Wizards learn individual spells that... Lizards. I can read. Learn individual spells that they start in and cast directly from their grimoires. Grimoires can only hold 4 spells of each spell level, which motivates Wizards! Yep! Motivates wizards to keep multiple grimoires for different needs. Oh, so they have multiple grimoires. Alright. Every 2 levels, wizards gain access to an additional set of levels. However, they can automatically learn 1 spell of any level they can access each time they advance. Alright. Wizards also have the option of learning spells from grimoires they find or buy. Initially, their spells can be cast a limited number of times per rest. As wizards gain power, their weaker spells eventually shift to per encounter use. Let's see what a druid... What's a chanter exactly? Oh, they have an axe. That means probably not something I really want to mess with. Druid. What? Animist at heart, druids tap into the spiritual power that flows through the simple living things of Eora, whatever it is. Plants, animals, and something even living stone. Sometimes even living stone. While not necessarily religious, druids do have a reverence for the natural world and a keen interest in understanding its mysteries. In most cultures, druids are understood as a sort of... I don't know. I'm reading things. It's a sort of primal magician, but among the Glanfathans, Nasitaki, and many rural cultures, they may have high positions of influence and authority. Spirit shift. All druids have mastered 1 animalistic form. These forms give the... No, stop! I'm just gonna record this until I've actually finished making my character. This could be a very long part. These forms give the druid strong melee abilities and grant an additional power while the druid is shifted. Spells. Druids have access to a variety of offensive and some support-oriented spells. Every 2 levels, druids automatically gain access to an additional set of spells. Initially, their spells can be cast a limited number of times per rest as druids gain power. Okay, so that's kind of the same as the wizard. I'm kind of thinking the druid sounds good so far, just so that, you know, if I really needed it, they could be both melee and magic. But let's see, it was the priest was the other one, right? That was magic-y. Priests are devotees of Eora's deities and practitioners of religious magic. While all priests dedicate themselves to specific gods, priest power is actually derived from their personal beliefs. In contrast to most paladins, priests tend to focus on philosophy, teaching, and the relationship of religious organizations with common folk. The reception of priests in any given part of the world depends largely on how their god is revered or reviled by the people who live there. Starting abilities. Holy Radiance generates a modest amount of endurance for allies around the priest. Any enemy vessels caught in the area take burn damage and may be frightened. Over the course of the game, the power of this ability may shift based on the reputations a priest gains relative to the behaviors that are preferred by his or her deity. Oh. Spells. Priests have access to a variety of support and some offense-oriented spells. Every 2 levels, priests automatically gain access to an additional set of spells. Initially, their spells can be cast by a limited number of times per rest. Okay, so we know that. I think I might go with Druid. I don't know how I feel about, you know, I assume if I choose priest, I go ahead and choose my deity, and then I have to follow their thing. I don't know how I feel about that on my first playthrough of this game. I think that maybe once I learn more about the lore of the land and whatnot, I might go back and do something like this. But for right now, I think I'm gonna go with Druid. So I get to choose Bear. Modal, I'm guessing is how you're supposed to pronounce that. Modal is one that causes effects to occur continuously while it's active. For example, a paladin, Zealous auras grant bonuses to... Okay, so Wait, one per encounter ability can only be used for a set number of times per combat. For example, okay. Speed. Wait, it's a high damage reduction and can invoke a terrifying roar. A cat? Oh my god. Wait, temporarily assume that form the cat has a naturally fast attack and can burst into even faster attacks for short periods of time. I might have to go with that, guys. I'm such a cat person. Wait, so speed is just saying how fast it... Alright. So the boar draws upon the druid's natural connection to the boar temporarily. Okay, the boar spirit shift regenerates lost endurance and inflicts damage over time with its melee attacks. Alright, has high damage reduction, fast attacks, has higher defenses and can attack groups of enemies with its melee carnage attack. The wolf moves quickly and has attack that can knock enemies prone. I'm tempted by one of the last three, which is, you know, that's sounding familiar. Oh my god, I've got to do the cat, guys. I've got to do the cat. Alright, so, now I get 15 points. Alright, so, it's highly recommended for Druid. Thanks for the pointer there. Is that what they're... Okay, alright, got it. I'll start out with putting 2 into each of the recommended. And then, so... do 1, and then... put 1 more into Constitution, because health is nice. Then... damage and healing as well as fortitude defense. What I'm thinking is, since I had 5 left, put 2 more into each of the important ones and then the 1 into... I'm kind of... Oh gosh, no, now I have to check... Oh my god, now I have to do the culture. Oh my god, this is going to be a really long part. Now I have to decide the culture. Alright, it's currently the largest, most powerful force in the part of the world. It's centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. Though the Empire has colonies in numerous areas of the world, Greater Ader at its heart, and the house of the majority of it. Okay. Consisting of the nation of Nasitak, dozens of Aumaua settlements, and hundreds of lawless, pirate-infested islands that stretch along the southern sea. Deadfire is a home to boreal dwarves, Aumaua, and a mixed variety of other races. Deadfire Archipelago is the last stop for anyone headed east. A multitude of monstrous sea creatures infest the ocean beyond, making travel virtually impossible. Located northeast of Glanfath, the large expanse of fertile savannas are extensively farmed by human and Orland residents. The Ixamiddle culture is one of the oldest in the world, although one of the least imperialistic, having spread out little over the past several thousand years. Once the crown jewel of the southern seas, old Valia is now the crumbled remnants of an empire of warring merchant nations. Counting many humans and dwarves among their ranks, the old Vailian countries are still forces to be reckoned with and are proud of their rich cultural heritage. Dominated by the Aumaua nation of Rauatai, the Gulf itself is host to a number of nations, Muslim, Omawa, Orlan, or Dwarven. Though these countries are relatively young, they are... I still haven't even gotten to appearance, guys, or voice. I'm just like, oh my god, this is gonna be forever. They are some of the most advanced colonial settlements in the east. The Gulf is a land of riches and resources for those who can take them, although the entire coast is often pummeled by violent storms. Living Lands. Living Lands is the mountainous region of okay, I don't think... Well, diversity of plant and animal life. I was kind of discounting that, but... its weather is unpredictable and its ecosystems are vary dramatically from valley to valley. Living Lands are home of an assortment of races and a variety of colonial independent settlements. The White That Wins. Oh, looking all tribal here. And we lost the shield. A large cracked southern expanse of polar ice, the White That Wins is home to pale elves and small colonies of daring explorers, outcasts, and adventurers. While virtually no plant life grows in the White, it is home to many hardy species of dangerous animals that forage from the sea or prey upon others to survive. Let's start looking at Constitution, Intellect, Resolve, Dexterity, Resolve. I'm just thinking she's a fire god-like. She's also a druid. So, you know, the diversity of plant... I think I'm gonna go with the Living Lands. Oh gosh. Background. Okay! I guess we're still not really... Alright, maybe a hunter. I mean, just live for the thrill of the chase, whether for glory or for sustenance. You have made your living taking to the lives of wild creatures. Maybe not, I don't know. Stealth, survival. Oh, they're both athletics, lore, mechanics, explorer, survival, athletics, mechanics, merchant. Drifter or hunter? Drifter, you never quite fit in no matter where you go. Each new town is just a place to rest briefly before moving on to the next. You're more comfortable on the road traveling the world. Or... I think hunter, I don't know, I guess when I think of a druid, that kind of is more fitting, I think. Okay, so this allows character to make better use of the food and potion items they find. The higher the character's survival skill, the longer the duration of such items. Survival can be used in conversations and scripted interactions. Alright, stealth allows characters of any class to attempt to avoid being seen or heard. Is used automatically whenever the character is in scouting mode. Oh. The higher the character's skill, the closer they can get to enemies without being detected. I think I'll go with hunter. Colors. Is this... Are we in appearance? We're in appearance. Okay. Wait, so... Oh, that's with the... So we can't change this later? Or... Oh yeah, pink. Purple. Go with, like, druidy colors, I guess. I don't know, I usually think of, like, green and brown. Because nature. Facial hair, none. Hair, none. Hey, wait, no! There is hair! Come on, now! Oh. Ooh, horns. We're like the devil here. I guess they do have horns. Either way, don't they? Yeah, those are... When I first saw this, I wasn't entirely sure they were even horns, but yeah, okay, they are. Why can't I change the hair? I think I like 2. Well, we'll go with 2, I guess. Is that it for the appearance, really? I was expecting a little more customization. Okay, so my game has crashed twice now as I went to this portrait selection area of the game. So I just thought I would find the portrait I wanted and then I'd start recording again. Basically what was happening was it would load really slowly as I went through the portraits. Even going into the screen with the portraits, it was going super slow and I was worried. Every time I like clicked impatiently, it would crash the game saying could not change to window resolution or something similar to that. So I found the portrait that I want to use regardless. It's not quite the same as what she looks like, but there's only 2 fire godlike portraits that I saw, and this is probably the closest to what she looks like. So hopefully the rest of the character creation goes better than this. Okay, good. Is there some way? There we go.
I've got this.
Finish them!
Silence
I shall lead us.
Whoa! Okay, we're finally getting all
quickly
of
and
this previous.
quietly. Follow me.
A cough, that's it?
A blade in the dark.
Let's go with,
I shall lead us.
no. Really?
Time to see and not be seen.
I think I might go with feisty.
Eh?
Really? If they're gonna make these so...
I've got this.
Yeah, we're gonna go with feisty. If they were going to make this so spaced out and laggy, they probably should have given actual substance to the samples of the voice. Alright, because I think everything, yeah, it's all male. No voice. No, we're gonna give her the feisty voice. Alright, oh, a name. God dang it, and there's no suggestions. I'm thinking something with an A, but then I tend to lean toward names with an A for some reason. I don't know, I like A's, apparently. Alright, we're gonna go with Ayla. We good? I think we've gone through everything. Here we have Ayla the Druid. Alright! Finally! I think I might actually want to turn the graphics down a little. I don't know if this is, Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. Since this is the beginning and the part with the creating the character is going to be its own thing, I'm going to stop here and start the actual game in the next part. So I will see you guys in part 2.